This problem is interesting simply because of the way that it's worded. This is what we do know. Every outfielder is a switch hitter, meaning that outfielders will have to be a subset of switch hitters. We also know that half of the infielders are switch hitters, meaning that we need to have two distinct loops, and one of those loops will need to be infielders and it will need to intersect with switch hitters. So there are going to be 3 circles altogether: switch hitters, infielders, and outfielders. But here's what makes this problem particularly unique. This is our switch hitters, which we will indicate with an S. We know that some of the infielders, exactly half, are going to be switch hitters. So we're going to put an I for infielders. What we do know is that all of the outfielders are switch hitters. So that's a subset of our switch hitters. Now, here's one thing that I did that this is not drawn to scale, and that's important to keep in mind because we do know this, that half of the infielders are switch hitters. So the infielders comprise of 14 altogether. If half of them are switch hitters, I need to put a 7 where these two intersect. That's a very small sliver. Let's pretend that I drew this a little bit better and that half of it actually intersects with the switch hitter loop. Okay, the other 7 would not be switch hitters, so that 7 has to be on the outside portion of this little crescent moon shape. Now, all of the 8 outfielders are switch hitters, so I'm going to put the 8 here. Now, there's another key word in here. It says that half of the switch hitters are outfielders. So 8 is specifically half of our switch hitters. 7 of those have already been identified as infielders. If 8 is half, then the total number of switch hitters would have to be 16, meaning that there is one switch hitter that is not an infielder nor an outfielder. Maybe he's the pitcher or the catcher. I don't really know baseball well, but there is one that would not be an outfielder or an infielder. So that is the answer to that question. I hope that makes sense. It was just a little bit more peculiar than the others were in terms of the setup with having that subset inside.